Hello scientists! This video is to answer the question, can something with one cell be living? Now you're supposed to be listening to this, so if you are, make sure that you write your name here, write the hour, and in the space right here, I want for you to draw a star. That way I'll know that you were listening to this video. So what does it mean for something to be alive? Let's review the 4 characteristics of living things. Now, not all things eat hamburgers and french fries, but all things do either use or make food for energy. Over here, this person is running away from fire because that is something that is dangerous in its environment. So all things respond to their environment. Here we have a cat that's had some kittens. This represents the ability for something to reproduce. And over here you can see that the plant has gotten bigger over the course of time, so all living things can grow. This is an example of that. So all living things are called organisms. And we can classify these organisms into 2 main groups. The first group being multicellular. And those are things like humans. Oh, I'm going to change the color. And plants. And I probably should have drawn one more box down here. And if you're listening, I want for you to write the word animals in that box. All right. The other classification of living things is unicellular, which basically just means it's made of one cell. And so these things might be things like the amoeba we looked at in the cell types gizmo, or maybe the euglena. That was another one. And also another thing that we're going to talk about in this lesson is bacteria. And we tend to think of bacteria as being something that's bad, but actually bacteria can be help keep you healthy as well. All right, so all organisms can be broken down into 2 main groups, multicellular and unicellular. So let's take a look at how just one cell, our friend the amoeba, can show all the characteristics of life. Now we saw the amoeba in our cell types gizmo, and we identified it as being living, a living thing, and made of a cell because it has cell parts such as the nucleus. It has some other cell parts like these 2 little dots. And the amoeba can respond to its environment. It can respond to temperature, light, and touch. And so what it does is that it rolls up into a ball. So you saw up at the top, the example, it has all these little like weird shapes going around and stuff. And so it will kind of pull everything together and make like it's a ball. And then in order to eat, it doesn't eat like you or I, like with teeth. What it does is it surrounds its food. So here's the amoeba, here's some cell parts. And what happens is that it will sense that the food is close by, and it will then take these pseudopods and it'll kind of draw them in and surround the food. And the food will pass through the membrane of the cell and end up on the inside of the cell. And here's our cell parts. Okay, make that a little bigger. Okay. And the amoeba uses the food to grow. So we have, well, here's our little baby amoeba, a little amoeba with cell parts, and then it can get to be a giant amoeba. All right. Now when it gets to be a giant amoeba, I'm going to redraw it over here. All right, when it's the giant amoeba, then what happens to reproduce is it basically just splits in half. So the nucleus gets big enough that it can then split into two. And so what happens is like one side becomes one amoeba and the other side becomes another amoeba. And then they just are smaller than that original big one, but it made two. So it's not really smaller. I'm going to draw those smaller. Okay. I guess those are smaller. All right. Okay. So that is how an amoeba shows all 4 of the characteristics of life. All right, hope this helps you understand how just one cell can be a living thing.